workshop. I apologize for rushing you all in here like that, but we needed to get you in here as quickly as possible as to ensure the safety of all the writing objects. But now that you're safe, go ahead and take a look around.
Ooh.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's okay. It's a lot of junk. It's kind of dirty in here too, but I digress. Behind me are my good friends, Carlos, Kenny, I am Jennifer, and we humbly call ourselves the Gatherers. As gatherers, we travel all across the galaxy, from planet to planet, in search of rare and wondrous artifacts that we like to call scrap metal. All of this in search of hopes to find those who feel called to platoon, and Savis in search of a spark. It is your presence here today that lets us know that the Force's reawakening has found its way here. But unfortunately on our planet, we are facing troubling times. With the First Order and the Resistance hiding out on our streets, there's really no telling of what's to come next. But in troubling times like these, we look towards leaders of the past. Heroes like the legendary Luke Skywalker. Yeah, so we all know who that is, right? Okay. Otherwise, that would be very concerning. But of course, he did defeat the Galactic Empire, created peace and balance for decades to come. And now, in his disappearance, we look towards a leader, Rey. She has become a beacon of hope, a leader for change, our spark. But you all didn't come here for a history lesson. No, you came here for something else. For this. The lightsaber. This here is a beautifully handcrafted tool, once wielded by passionate and powerful leaders. A tool that can represent the hope of our future, or the fall of the galaxy. A tool that can be utilized to carve out and forge a path that will lead you to greatness. But of course, every path starts somewhere, and for the saber, it begins with something very small, but very powerful. It starts with the kyber crystal. Now, these crystals are very small, but very unique due to the power of the Force residing within. Each crystal is so powerful, they are capable of emitting a blade so strong that they can cut through anything. Now, these crystals were not easy to come by, but things were very lovely. We could just say donation. We were able to gather a few. Starting with this one here, blue. Once wielded by Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, his apprentice Anakin Skywalker, General Leia Organa, and now our spark of hope, Rey. Green, held by Qui-Gon Jinn, Ahsoka Tano, Master Yoda, and of course, the legendary Luke Skywalker. Violet, the most rare and beautiful color of them all, and once held by the mighty Master Mace Windu. And finally, we have red. Some may call this the crystal of power, controlled by leaders like Darth Maul, Darth Vader, Asajj Ventress, and now Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. But those are their stories, and it is now your turn to choose your crystal. With Kenny and Carlos coming around with the crystal canisters, you will make your decision. Don't be afraid to make your choice. There is no judgment here, at least not yet.
Okay.
Getting a dark sense of the Force over here. That's okay. We'll accept it for now. Alrighty, my friends, now is the time. You have your pen. These parts are the foundation of the lightsaber itself. This should protect you and your hands from any possible disintegration. But now that you've got them in your path, don't be afraid to take a look. Get more familiar with them. Feel them out. It's really hard to gather some of those parts. And soon they will be yours. But now let's get a little more familiar with the names of these parts. Starting on your left, we have our chassis. In rows 1 and 2, we have our sleeves. In 3, we have our emitters. 4, we have our end caps. 5, we have our activation plates. Now, my friends, it is the final moment. Are Are you all ready to build your lightsaber?
Yes.
Are you ready to build your lightsaber?
Yes.
Perfect. Pick up your chassis. Let's begin. Making sure it's standing upright. Those oval vents are facing the sky. Closed off power cell facing the ground. In between you have an open window, and at the roof of that window is a spring-loaded plate. Go ahead and find it and make sure it's working. And after doing so, go ahead and grab your kyber crystal. Utilizing one sharp end of your crystal, press up and into that spring-loaded plate. It should help ease the crystal on inside so that it stands nice and tall, point to point. Once inserted correctly, it should glow the same color as your crystal through the vents above, and it should hum very briefly. Now that we have our crystals in, we're going on to section 5 of our trays and picking out an activation plate. In section 5, you'll find 2 separate sets of activation plates. You'll be choosing one. Once you have chosen, take a look on the inside. You should find either a red square or a blue rectangle. There are coordinating cards on the side of your chassis, red square and a blue rectangle. Red square goes on top of red square, blue rectangle on top of blue rectangle, and they should snap on, covering up your kyber crystal completely. After doing so, go ahead and find your activation switch and push up from the bottom to the top. Hear a lovely misfire. And now that we've heard that wonderful misfire, we're going on to sections 1 and 2 of our trays, picking out any 2 out of the 4 sleeves. Any 2 sleeves will do just fine as long as you do like them, of course. But if I can have everyone's attention real quick. On your sleeves, one side will have a thicker, wider band.
Okay.
That thicker, wider band will always go first, hitting the activation plate. After doing so, you will push and twist together until it is nice and secure. Remember, friends, thicker, wider band is always going to go first, hitting the activation plate, and you shall push and twist together until it is nice and secure and solid completely. And once you have done one side, you're going to do the exact same thing to the other, picking out one more sleeve, making sure that thicker, wider band hits the activation plate, pushing and twisting together. And once we have both sides done, it is starting to look a little bit more like a coat, but of course we are not done yet. We need to go on to section 3 of our trays and pick out an emitter. The emitter is going to go on the hollow portion of your chassis right at the top, and all this step requires is a simple twist. Nothing more and nothing less. And once you have placed that emitter on, go ahead and flip everything upside down. Pick out an end cap from section 4. Place it right on top of that closed off power cell and give it a twist, just like before. And there you have it, my friends. You have completed your hilt. After doing so, go ahead and place your hilt onto the hilt stand right in front of you for a final inspection.
How's it going here? Thank you. And then what color did you choose to make my name? So whenever it says to activate, you'll slide right over to the front of the right off, okay? And it's so unfortunately cannot push it, something like
Sure. When Jennifer says activate, we're going to push up on that switch, and then to deactivate, we'll push back this, okay? I'm going to set here to the next part, and get these out of your way. Nice job.
definitely. What's that?
Try not to duplicate what Peter did. Tommy, you like it? You choose violet, right? Yeah, good. So cheers. Activate, deactivate.
We're ready? I like it.
All right, now are you ready?
test.
Yeah.
A lot of people might forgot to text.
Yeah, okay. I thought they screwed something up. You chose red, right?
What do you plan to do with your saber after you leave here with it?
I got this party.
That's what was next on show. It is parts. You excited about it?
Oh, man. Yours is even better. Stand here.
Oh, it's good, good. They have been working. No, they work. They'll function as they need to. You need my friend. Well done.
Did you not hear the speed at when she was talking? She was. I couldn't hear her. I couldn't keep track of what she was saying.
Alrighty, my friends, you all did an amazing job, but the time has come. It is now time for the final step. So, if you can all take a step backwards, 1 or 2 gentle steps backwards. That would make enough room for all of my friends to make their way to place yourselves inside the crystal stabilization chambers. This is for your safety as well as ours. We as gatherers are unfortunately not force sensitive, so we do have to rely on this technology to make sure everything is working properly. And thankfully this morning things went decently well with our morning tests. But, you know, the Manox have been chewing on the wires, so you never really know what's really going to happen sometimes. Yeah, there can be a glitch, the lights will go out, you never really know. Okay, so the lights are going out. It's definitely the Manox. Don't worry, no need to panic, I got
Many
this.
thanks, Silver. Now, join they are. Yes, lightsaber. It begins. It is time. Your journey.
Master Yoda. My friends, the Force must be incredibly strong in all of you in order to have summoned Master Yoda here. He is right, though. It is time. So in just a moment, I'll ask you to step forward, place your hand on your hilt, and activate together. Are you ready?
Yes.
Take that step forward. Place your hand on your hilt. Feel the Force. Now, activate. Raise your saber. You have just built a lightsaber, like all of the Jedi and Sith that have come before you. And like them, you too can change the galaxy. All it takes is a spark. So raise your sabers high, and raise them with pride. Congratulations, my friends. You may now lower and deactivate.
Complete your lightsaber is. Like your way it can, but lead you it cannot. Your journey you both begin. May the Force be with you.
Thank you, Master Yoda. And thank you, Builders. You are all each as unique and extraordinary as the lightsabers that you hold in your hands. And in your hands you hold remarkable power. And with remarkable power, well, it should never really be dropped on the ground. So we present you the saber sheath as you depart. Now, my friends, it looks like our time has come to an end. But your journeys are just beginning. It is now your turn to make your mark on the galaxy, and who knows, maybe one day we'll be standing here telling all of your stories. But of course, until that day comes, safe travels, farewell, and as we love to say in the Black Spire Outpost, till the spire!
Till the spire!
Congratulations!